man. Back again, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out, man. If you're new, click that subscribe button right there to the bottom right for your boy. You feel me? With that black slimy face that I got. This how my little picture look. Anyways, so check this out. What we got going on today, right, is a little first take-ish. You know I gotta comment how I comment, show y'all how I feel. Is Chris Paul a good fit for the Los Angeles Lakers? What you think? CP3 was supposed to go to LA, but David Stern, the commissioner of the NBA, shut that trade down. And this was about 10 years ago. Okay, now they talking about CP going back to the Lakers. It's a possibility if OKC buy it out. You feel me? So let's see what it do, man. This that man Dooley. We watching that first take-ish. You feel me? Chime in, like, comment, subscribe.
Now we're going around a third time, and you need a point guard. And the best available guy is Chris Paul. You're not going to take him? That's actually a perfect fit. Chris Paul with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Are we playing fantasy basketball?
With a
rock? Are we playing? This is not fantasy basketball.
Actually, the Lakers are.
The
Lakers are actually doing that, yes.
You understand this man just got into a make-or-break situation, whether they want to deny it or not, with James Harden, and you think you're going to throw him into the Lakers locker room with the controversy they had last year?
You think it's going to be a problem with LeBron?
Are you kidding me?
You think it's going to be a problem with LeBron?
It's not just about LeBron. You would cause a divide in that locker room in which they finally got things going. They got the players. They assembled the roster.
With divide
Everything is making sense.
Ryan Hollins, hold on, bruh. Because I thought about that. We all saw that fight with CP and Rondo. CP ran up on Rondo. Rondo spit on him. CP put his hand on his face. Rondo said, bruh, hold on, bruh. Put them dukes up, man. You feel me? Anyways, but can CP and Rondo coexist? They gonna have to win. It's all about winning, ladies and gentlemen. What don't y'all, let me tell y'all something about life. When you're winning, things don't matter anymore. Those things only matter when you're losing. And that's facts. That man.
And the players that there be a divide with.
If you take Rondo off that roster.
Yes. I like Rondo on that roster, by the way, but sure, I would take him off.
His impact, not to mention, you talk about building something. A guy who was on the roster the year before that
when they didn't make the playoffs.
But relationships are relationships. I would say he's a great piece in that locker room and what he brings day to day.
Would you start Rondo?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind starting Rondo. You can go wrong either way.
I wouldn't start Rondo.
And
I don't think the team is worse. The team is worse with Rondo on the floor, controlling the ball because obviously the ball sticks with him versus LeBron. So in fact, with LeBron James, like Jordan never played with pure point guards. He played with guys who could defend and shoot.
Well,
that's when you put LeBron. You start Avery Bradley
on the floor, LeBron or Chris Paul.
Chris Paul with the ball in his hands?
No.
Chris Paul
over LeBron.
Excuse me.
So how do you
with
compare
LeBron
Rondo
on the
to
wing
LeBron?
and AD in the post? Yeah, that's fine with me. That's fine. Yeah,
exactly.
that works just fine.
I understand. We love Chris. We know what he's done in the game. But his effect on the locker room and his personality when you have things going with the Lakers, it honestly makes no sense.
Well, you can speak to his effect on the locker room. What's his effect on the locker room?
Look, man, if this is New Orleans Chris Paul, the guy who's putting up
Ryan Hollins, what do you know about basketball? ESPN, where's that damn petition? We need to get this guy off the air talking about he know hoop when your rating in 2K was a 68 overall. Talking about I know what a championship winning team is supposed to be like. You don't know nothing, Ryan Hollins. Okay? Now let's get back to the footage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is that man. All right?
35, 15, 8, night in, night out. Even Clippers Chris Paul. You take that risk. You make the move. Heck, you build a big three. You could legitimately call it a big three there. He doesn't have the same talent of going out and creating his own shot, level of health.
But he can still create his own shot.
If he's not the same, bro.
But
it's not the same, brother.
Look, the bottom line is he would.
Are you over here arguing if CP is better than Rondo? Stop it! Matter of fact, if they make the trade, I say you get rid of Rondo for CP. Bam! There you go. Cancels all problems, doesn't that?
Immediately, day one, be the best point guard on the team. Look, it's totally unlikely that they would buy him out.
So you're ready to get rid of Rondo? You're ready to ship Rondo off and say, hey, Ryan, shut your mouth, Rondo.
Nothing personal.
Where
but
would
Chris
you
Paul
rather
is available,
see him go? Is there somewhere you see him being a good fit for?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
a no-brainer in Philadelphia. The reason that I throw out Philadelphia, Ben Simmons is still growing, coming into his own. There's enough of an age difference where Chris Paul can mentor Ben Simmons and they wouldn't butt heads. He can shoot. He can play off the ball. They have a group of defenders, Embiid, Simmons, Richardson, Tobias, who can get his
Tobias,
back.
you mentioned, as a defender?
Tobias can defend.
No, he can't.
He can defend.
No, he can't defend 5 positions. He
I
can
didn't say
switch
five.
off.
I didn't say
Right.
5 positions.
No, what I'm
He
saying-
can defend. He can guard. He can guard
can't.
1 through
No.
4.
No, he can't. He can't guard
Are
anybody.
you
That's the
kidding
problem.
me?
If Tobias Harris could defend positions, he would genuinely be like a true all-star MVP almost.
No.
He doesn't defend. That's the problem.
If there's going to be, no, it's not defense. If there's going to be questions with Tobias Harris, it's going to be playmaking. But he's excellent, probably one of the best in the league at playing off of the basketball.
Sure.
Those are the questions. It's
He's
not
a
defense.
defender. He's not a defender.
The guy
he
can
looks
play
like
defense.
He should. No, he
He
looks
can
like he
defend.
should be able to, but he doesn't. Let's be honest.
He ain't Kawhi or Paul George. But my point is, Chris Paul would be a great fit because he does what they don't do in Philadelphia, what they desperately need.
You just mentioned that because they have defenders, Chris Paul works because he's not the defender he once was.
He would have help.
Although he can still do.
Chris Paul would be a great fit in Philly, I get that. But Chris Paul doesn't want to go anywhere when there's a 6'10 point guard who can't shoot the basketball. By the way, Philadelphia, shame on you for giving Ben Simmons that money. You think Ben Simmons is worth $170 million? He ain't worth that kind of money, all right? Period. That man.
Defend.
Yeah, he's intelligent.
Does AD defend?
Yeah,
Does Danny Green defend?
absolutely.
Can LeBron defend?
When needed.
When needed.
When
When needed, he's an
When
excellent
needed, yeah,
defender,
yeah.
right? How's Avery Bradley on
One of the
defense?
best on-ball defenders I've ever played with.
A lot of guys already I mentioned they can defend on the Lakers. I mean, that's okay. And Chris Paul's not a bad defensive player. So he fits there. I like what you're saying about Philadelphia because we just saw Jimmy Butler come in and you thought, what's going to happen? Well, that might be combustible. But in fact, his leadership, his veteran leadership was a good addition to that team. And Chris Paul may fill that void. It's not that he would be bad in Philly. Chris Paul would be a good fit. In spite of what people say about the personality or the decline, he'd be a good fit on a lot of teams because he's a great floor general and he's still a very good player. But for you to say you wouldn't bring in Chris Paul if he were available on a minimum contract if he got bought out, which it probably isn't going to happen, but for you to say you wouldn't do that on the Lakers because they have Rondo, and I love Rondo, and playoff Rondo's real. But are you kidding?
Let me throw this to you. Do you understand?
Thank you, Maxie. Thank you. This guy, Ryan Hollins, is a clown. You telling me if CP was available, you wouldn't get him on the Lakers? The Lakers shouldn't be interested based off what's happened between him and Rondo? Him and Rondo are going to have to learn to coexist to win, or we're getting Rondo out of town. Point blank, period. Chris Paul's available. I know for. Okay? Anyways, I've heard enough of this footage. I appreciate you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe to your boy's channel one time. You know, let me know how you feel one time. You know. But anyways, once again, that man